What's up guys, Barry Gaming here, back with some more AFK Journey, and today we're going to be talking about a few things that you might not have realized was a thing in AFK Journey. Some of them we've realized more as time goes on. Some of them are very much cosmetic type things that you might enjoy doing. Basically, if the game hurts your eyes or something, they're really cool things you can do. And of course, the power systems that are to come. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let me know if you guys didn't know about any of these, because I love sharing these. I see these comments and questions all the time on Reddit, and hopefully this helps kind of show a few of them to you right here. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. So number one here actually impacts the game in a way that it's kind of a power system up to a specific point. As you all know, once you get to Resonance 240, you essentially unlock this Resonance Synergy system. However, when you get to a specific point, you stop gaining overall power. Your heroes don't actually get any stronger, and that is at level 300. And you'll see right here, they actually made a change recently too, because previously with the number of Supreme Heroes I had, I only went up to like level 300. Now it is much higher. We can go up to level 370. However, it's not as big of a deal as it used to be, because now every time you level up, instead of gaining more additional power on your account, you're gaining diamonds, and that's about it. You're not gaining power. None of your heroes are getting stronger. Yes, your level is going up, but it's not really doing anything for your overall power. The power of each individual hero, I tried a couple different levels. They aren't going up as I level up our overall level. So even though now they're level 3 or 4, that is not a huge deal. So that's number one, which kind of falls and follows into the number 2 item we're going to show you guys here today. So going into the second part that leads, kind of like combines with that resonance, comes down to the actual power of your heroes. You'll notice you have a level up here that is much different than the level on your account. And that is because the baseline level for all offensive and defensive players is level 151. Heroes who level surpass this baseline will gain an extra level equal to 10% of the excess. You can see we're only getting an additional 15 levels by being level 304 now in the resonance. So it's not as big of a deal, but it does still give a bit of an advantage. Oh man, I just saw what the horns and everything here. My goodness, that's the VIP outfit. So yeah, that's pretty much why you don't see people getting crazy high levels compared to you, especially if you're free to play. It still gives them an advantage, but you're not getting as big of an advantage because they're only getting 10% of the overall levels, which makes it much less of a gap. Which leads me directly into the next thing we're talking about. Speaking of those PvP outfits and everything, and how people have very specific, I guess we'll call them customizations, outfits. Certain things are, unlocked behind, being at a certain rank in PvP, which, the hourglass is there, the hat is there. As you get in higher classes, you get like the robes as well. However, there's some of them you might notice pop up, and they are because they are for very high VIP levels, or of course just having like very specific tasks like being ranked 1 to 5 in PvP. There's other ones that are just going to be purely cosmetic type things. There's other ones, like I said, ranked on PvP, ranked on things like your Dream Realm rank, and then other ones that are just purely attached to your level, like these tails. There's another one you can't quite get unless you're on the beta sale or beta voyage. You could get this nice little like eye patch thing. So there's a lot of things here that you can see, but there's actually even more that you can't see in this list, and that's where I've seen a ton of questions come up. You can get horns on your character like you saw in PvP. Those are all things tied to much higher VIP levels, but you can't even see these in your list unless you're close to that VIP level. And as you guys know, the VIP level goes extremely high. And as you can see, I can see the armor because it's like within 1 for me to get to. But there's ranks 20, 21, 50. There's so many higher ranks in the loyal patronage. And most of them are cosmetic. So at least they're only cosmetic. They're not direct power gains. But that's why you might see some people with some outfits and you're like, how do I get it? Trust me, you don't want to try to get it. Next up, we come to something that is more cosmetic, because I don't know about you, but sometimes when I was leveling and running around, especially when I'm playing on my phone, sometimes things are hard to see during like nighttime or dusk. If you actually come up to this top corner and you click this, you can literally set the game to whatever time of day you want. If it's the better way on your eyes, like maybe you like seeing the chest pop out and shine really bright, you can go to nighttime. Me personally, I usually stay in like the noontime one just because for my eyes, it feels like it fits the best. Why is it so dark? This is definitely not noon. It definitely doesn't feel like noon. I think it's a little glitchy sometimes because it looks like the sun's moving, but the lightness isn't changing. Just so you know, though, I know it traditionally works, so make sure you guys jump in here. You can change it to whatever time you want. It's a little tiny thing, but on my eyes, it actually made a huge difference. Now, the next one I can't show you directly on my account because it requires a lot of heroes being at Supreme Plus. As you guys saw right here, you can see we have a total of, what, 14? You have to get to 25 in order for the next power progression system to unlock, which is called Paragon. Now, if you want to see what it actually looks like, I'll link you to the video. The DNL video is the strongest celestial, that video right there. We were on DLCell's account that had that like purple border and diamond around your actual Supreme Plus border. That is what is called Paragon. So you can go up to Paragon 5 once you get past Supreme Plus, and it takes a ton of extra hero copies to get there. So I've seen a lot of people say, I've got a hero to Supreme Plus, but now I'm sitting on like these additional soul sigils. What do I actually do with them? What's the point of these soul sigils? It's like, well, hold on, you'll use them eventually. It's just going to take a little bit longer as a free-to-play player. Right now, if you're sitting on them on a Supreme Plus, like for example, I have like a Supreme Plus Cessia, I actually have an extra one owned. I'm not going to be able to use that copy until I get to the Paragon, but again, for an average player, that is going to take a very long time. 25 Supreme is a very long journey. You will get there, trust me. Even free to play will get there because on the PTR beta, people were hitting it as a free to play. So don't worry, power system is going to be there. You'll be able to do it. You just got to be a little patient. Last but not least, this is something some people might not even realize, but Legend Trial actually does have a floor cap right now. And we're on the top floor of every single one. And the one thing I believe we're going to be getting is additional floors with the upcoming season, Song of Strife. I don't know if they're going to be seasonal only Legend Trial floors or if they're going to be permanent ones. We'll have to see, but just know, yes, there is a cap to this. I wish there wasn't because then we could be getting more rewards, but we'll have to see exactly how that plays out in the season. So let me know if anything that we talked about here today is something you didn't realize was actually in the game. Leave a comment down below. Love to hear if you guys have found something that a lot of people didn't realize is a thing and you could find it, because we've made a few of these videos now, slowly figuring out more and more things in the game. And it's amazing how many systems there are and how many different things there are to find and discover. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.